more people here now. Oh, just as well, since we're sniffing for intel and all. And maybe, just maybe, let's get some of their berries and fried meat too, huh? We still haven't had it yet. Oh, come on. Why so uptight?
Excuse me, are you guests? If you wish to return to your room while the banquet is on, please use the side door.
No, we're not heading back to our room. Are we not allowed in here right now?
That is correct. Only those invited to the banquet may enter. Our goal is to ensure that our regulars can enjoy peace of mind and comfort, so that they can speak freely with one another. Familiar with our ways already, I see. But here in Nod-krai, channels hold equal value to Mora. I am but a lowly employee, so you'll have to forgive my inability to help in this matter.
It's fine. Can't be easy being you. Looks like we'll have to switch channels then. Never, right? The curatorium does seem to already have an amazing intel network up and running. But if we ask her straight up, she'll likely squeeze us for all we're worth. Ooh, Paimon's got a plan! Lauma got Nefer to help her prep some medicine, right? We'll be heading to Hissi Island later anyway to ask Lauma to help us use the moon marrow. Couldn't we deliver the medicine while we're at it? If Nefer doesn't mention a payment, we can cash our services in as a favor. If she does, then we can use it to haggle. The thought of Mora made it worth the effort of thinking up. Come on, let's go! Hey, Black Cat, we're here! Oh, it's you this time.
Hello, you two. What's up?
Not much. Just here to say hi. Also, we'll be going to Hissi Island later, so we can deliver the medicine to Lauma for you if you need.
How thoughtful of them. Bet they want something from me in return. Well, the faster the delivery, the better, naturally. And we're lacking free hands right now, so that would be a great help. Yehoda's gone to get the medicine, and she should be back any moment now. If you have nothing else to do, feel free to wait here. I'll have someone bring you some snacks.
Don't mind if we do then. Thanks!
Oh yes, I'm sure you've all heard about what's going on. Nasha Town's in turmoil, and right now everyone wants intel. Whether it's to strike it rich, save their lives, or escape whatever predicament they've felt.
Ah, so you're busy making Mora. How nice.
It's not all good news, I'm afraid. We're stretched so thin that our clients have taken to competing for our services via auction. The price for taking priority slots has all but skyrocketed. In other words, we've had to suspend free intel handouts for now.
She cornered us right away! Did she guess what we really wanted from the start?
If there's anything that worries me right now, it's the wild hunt. It affects everything we do, yet the number of people who can ensure cargo safety in the face of such a threat is vanishingly small.
Huh? That doesn't sound too hard. If you need something delivered, hit us up and consider it sent.
Is that so? But... no. Forget I said anything. I mean, you're great heroes. How could I waste your precious time on trifles like these? Is there now? You should have said so sooner. Far be it for me to extort you, of all people, for intel. But seeing as you so kindly made me an offer, I suppose I'll accept.
What's there left for us to say here?
More like our common perspective. Most who live here only wish to defend their own interests. But we are different, are we not? We both seek to resolve the chaos that the Wild Hunt has caused.
Or like make a profit off the Wild Hunt. Paimon doesn't believe a word she says.
Dissatisfied, are we? The number of commissions over at the Adventurers Guild spikes during tumultuous times, too. Would you call taking those jobs for Mora a sin?
Well, that's...
We might squeeze some advantage out of chaos, but equally, chaos could uproot everything we've built at any time. Such is the threat of the Wild Hunt today. And what business would there be left should it end in some great slaughter, or put to flight many who call Nasha Town their home? And as I understand, the two of you are here in Nod-krai to follow a trail of clues yourselves, no?
Well, yeah.
In that case, we should keep Nod-krai the paradise people say it is. At least, until our respective goals have been accomplished. You must understand, no force exists here that would inspire unconditional unity amongst all parties. After that incident with Lauma, I'm inclined to believe you. Your selflessness is admirable, to be sure, and rare around these parts. Though it's rare for a reason, kid. Just a shame that our mysterious phantom has hidden itself well. Between that and its ability to shift shapes, it will no doubt be a most slippery customer. Really, I'd be all too glad to pass on any additional intel I gain. We make a good team, after all, don't you think? You front and center, me behind the curtain.
That does make sense. Sorry, Nefer. Paimon took you for someone who only cares about profit.
A well-placed only, indeed, Paimon. Nothing is wholly divorced from profit of some kind.
Wait, so you were ready to work with us from the start?
Why, of course. In fact, I was wondering when I might bring this up the moment you entered.
But...
Hey, boss, I'm back! Huh? Oh, you guys are here too?
Indeed they are. In fact, they've volunteered to deliver the medicine to Lauma on our behalf. And totally free of charge. Such kind souls, aren't they?
Really? Great! Oh, in that case, guess I'll be clocking out now.
Got a few more places for you to visit right here, dear.
Huh? Haven't I already worked a few days worth of overtime already? Well, guess the extra more is pretty nice.
Well, we better get this medicine delivered pronto. Huh? Surely not. The special medication from before wasn't salt, was it?
Wait, that can't be. Let me see. This isn't right! How could it be salt? It was raining back there, so... could it have happened while I was resting at the store? Sorry, boss. I'll get it back right now. Trust me, I'm super fast.
Hey! Slow down, you might get hurt!
Well then, any plans? If not, what say we go into town and ask around about the wild hunt?
We were thinking of doing that, but we didn't get much out of it. The townspeople are a bit wary of us, and we can't get into the flagship right now.
Ah, yes, the banquet is on today. Perfect timing. That's where we'll go.
Huh? Can you get us an invitation?
Oh, come now. What are we, sticklers for the rules?
Lady Nefer, a pleasure to see you. Oh, and our guests from earlier, I see.
That's right. My apologies. Consider it my fault for not having explained the banquet's rules to them beforehand.
Oh no, it was no trouble at all. Please, do come in.
Yeah, sure, thanks. Not even an invitation check? Oh, Paimon didn't realize Nefer was such a big shot. His channels really do take you places. Finally! Now, what do we...
Pardon me? I'm sure we're all having a good time, but I would like you all to meet a mysterious guest I invited for just this occasion. I give you tonight's special guest, a renowned mixologist from Mondstadt.
Are you serious? Nice to meet you all.
I'm sure that no more needs to be said about Mondstadt's wine industry. After all, we are all connoisseurs of fine drink here. The special drinks menu is being set before you as we speak. Now then, for a time, let us set aside our worries and enjoy these exotic spirits from afar.
Ah, I see. A new face for the bar.
And here I was thinking, that ain't a familiar face. No wonder.
Well, it's a rare occasion to be sure. Want to order a glass or two?
Sounds intriguing.
I spoke to the owner. The bar is all yours. The recipes are available for your perusal here. Not to worry. I've taken the liberty of removing the more challenging options.
How'd you set this all up so quickly?
Well, as long as you know what both sides need, negotiations are essentially just a process of confirming the deal. No one would turn a beneficial offer down now, would they? The flagship already had plans to invite a professional mixologist from Mondstadt anyway. So consider this a trial run, with the list of drinks brought out in advance. Demyan will assist you. Serving guests with drinks will be the perfect opportunity for you. Of course, every guest will have their quirks, so you'll have to be careful not to arouse their suspicions.
Got it! We'll give it a try!
In the meantime, I'll go mingle with some of the guests who pique my interest. There'll be a little event during the banquet's second half, by the way. See you then.
Hello. How may I assist? Good work! Now then, get the drink to the guest. Wouldn't want to keep them waiting.
Ever consider returning to Snezhnaya?
Would I be killing myself? Oh, thanks. Tell you what, I envy people like you. I'm like a man in a leaking boat, soon to be food for the fish. Wouldn't come to this dump if there were any better place to be.
Come now, surely it isn't that bad. We've still got the light keepers.
You trust them? I wouldn't. Wouldn't trust anyone, really. You're stuck with a wild hunt here. The Sneshanians can't be bothered, the Lightkeepers can't spare the people, and everyone else, they're a mess. I'd sooner put an ounce of faith in that cannon. Forget it. Let's just drink. Let's see if this new mixologist is worth the billing. Sign up with the Fatui. Make sure your paperwork is all.
Hello. How may I assist? Good work! Now then, get the drink to the guest.
Here's the thing. You can't live life without a little spice.
Bet you some people are just waiting for this place to fall further into chaos.
You've got a plan for that, then?
Hard to say. But what I can say is that the situation in Nashitam will get out of hand if that cannon isn't fired soon. That gun's a symbol. The most solid proof that ordinary folks like us can stand up against the wild hunt.
These are bounties. If you want to negotiate prices, go find a
Well,
market.
wait.
Here's the thing.
Well, what if that was nothing but an illusion? What if, let's say, the cannon was never meant to be fired? For our sakes, at least.
Surely this town is still of value to those who control it.
Of course, and that's all it is. Value. For us, though, there's no place but Nashitam. And we're putting its life and ours in their hands.
I get what you mean. Let's just see how this plays out first.
Seems like they're all talking about the cannon already. Guess that's why Sosie was so anxious.
Hello. How may I assist? Good work! Now then, get the drink to the guest. Wouldn't want to keep them waiting.
Oh, so this order was yours, huh?
Indeed. So, any notable news?
Ah, you two must be Nefer's friends. A pleasure to meet you. If you've got a moment, let's have a drink. On my tab, of course.
Paimon doesn't recall there being any other orders right now. Sure then, we can take a break.
Then come, sit. Timyon, 2 wildberry trails if you would. Without alcohol, much obliged. Hints is the name. I help out at the Rossum workshop in town. They usually put me in charge of making and repairing simple machines.
Paimon's name is Paimon. Pleased to meet ya.
Ah, yes, I've heard. Lots of nights over there in Mondstadt. I imagine your title's an impressive one back home, huh?
We were just messing with you there.
Anyway, help me keep an eye out, all right? Valuable intel will be suitably compensated.
Oh, come on. Is that how it is between us? I mean, I wouldn't even have this job if it hadn't been for your help back then.
So, you've known each other a long time?
That's right. I came to Nod-krai with nothing at all. Would have starved on the streets if I hadn't met Nefer. She lent me money to study a craft, and even introduced me to Aino and the Voynich Guild, which is how I slowly carved out a living for myself.
That's a huge favor. Huh. So Nefer can be a nice person sometimes, huh?
Well, I'd also say she needed a willing and able machinist at her disposal. Come now, Aino's talents are better spent on issues bigger than basic machine repair and component manufacture. I did think myself a dab hand at such work at first, but compared to her, I might as well be a trainee who couldn't weld a wire to save his life. Got the scoldings to show for it, too. It took me a long while, but I finally got to the point where I could make my own machines, and even maintain some of Aino's relatively complex ones, like Kuvaki detectors or mechanical arms.
He's the one responsible for maintaining Yehoda's robotic arm.
Oh, speaking of that, didn't Sosi have a mechanical arm too?
That's right, one of Aino's masterful designs. I could never design one of those in my life, but if you gave me its blueprint, I could hammer one out. Nowadays, I've got regular customers, which makes for a decent keep. Even got a kid, if you can believe it. I wouldn't have, had you told me my future when I first arrived here. On the flip side, being a family man means I can't just flee this place whenever I feel like it, so I'm afraid I'm counting on you to help solve this wild hunt crisis.
All the more reason to be proactive and do your part. Wringing our hands in despair does us no good in times of crisis. Oh, wait. Just another question that's been bothering me. Have you heard anything about people seeing illusions within Wild Hunt anomalies? People they know, perhaps?
I have heard of humanoid shapes being sighted, but familiar faces? No. Most would think they'd lost their wits from fright if they started hallucinating. After all, no ordinary person could survive an assault from those monsters. Does this have anything to do with our current Wild Hunt crisis?
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
All right, I get it. I'll keep my ear to the ground for you, and naturally, my lips will stay tightly sealed.
Then we'll take our leave. Enjoy your drinks. He's a social man. You can often find him here chatting with friends, and he's had contact with all manner of clients. Since he's never heard of the Wild Hunt exhibiting the power to imitate familiar faces, might it be safe to assume that our Phantom wants to keep that a secret?
Huh. That does sound worth noting. How about we go talk to a few more people?
A good idea. And one our upcoming activity will facilitate. Let me show you how it's done. Come, back to the bar.
Here's the thing. You can't live life without a little spice.
Thank you for waiting, everyone. The roulette showdown is ready to begin.
Finally!
Come on, let's go try our hand.
Joining us, new girl?
We'll pass.
No, you won't. The one who'll be mixing the roulette special has to take part. Those are the rules.
But...
That's more like it.
Since we have a new friend with us today, let me go over the rules in brief. The wheel before you is divided into an inner and outer circle. Participants must take turns to spin the pointer of the inner circle. Whatever beverage it stops at, our lucky contestant will drink. The drinks are divided into juice, tea, and alcohol. With that last, spin your way to a non-alcoholic beverage, and you'll score no points. Otherwise, you get 1 to 3 based on alcohol content. During a round of drinking, one participant may choose another with less points than them and pose a question, which the other party must then answer.
This sounds like it might favor those who score higher, but push your luck and you might not recall any answers you were given the next day. Defeats the purpose, wouldn't you say?
And that's why the person mixing the drinks has to take part. You know, just in case they decide to pour heavy, then sit back and watch the show.
Not that our newcomer looks like the drinking type. Either way, looks like we're in for a show.
Anything you drink will be replenished. And additionally, I have decided to sponsor a grand prize for this grand occasion. A single serving of Dark Horse.
What? Do my ears deceive me? A chance to drink Dark Horse and Nod-krai?
Dark Horse. Guess we'll have to take part now, huh?
Indeed. The Dark Horse could be yours to enjoy, so long as your luck holds. And so long as you can remember its taste the day. And if our lucky winner can drain the whole serving in one go, they will gain the right to ask everyone a question, regardless of their score.
High risk, high reward. That's gotta be some strong alcohol.
Now, if there are no other questions, let us begin. Allow me to get the ball rolling. Intensity 3. Looks like I'll have to put my back into it today.
Let's go!
Wow, this is kinda intense.
Oh, my turn, my turn. All right, man, fess up. You've been making a killing lately. Where's it all been coming from?
Hey, bro. I heard you met up with some big shot from the Voynich Guild. Mind introducing me sometime?
A normal drink, huh? Must be my...
We've reached the final round of the roulette showdown. Let's see who gets the last laugh.
I gotta say, you monsters really know your alcohol. This recipes are super good. Teach me what...
I was wanting to ask about your wife. Your wife.
You're up.
Whoa! New face here just drew the dark horse.
Bottoms up! Bottoms up!
Hey, will you be alright? You wanna just give this one to Paimon?
Whoa, she actually downed it in one gulp.
Nice job! No wonder you monstatters have such a reputation. Me? Well, what do you think? Monsters, of course. Absolutely. If there was something else, I didn't stop to see it. Just took off as fast as I could. Oh, and guess who showed up just as I'd gotten out of there? Those good-for-nothing rat Miki, that's who. If my luck had been just a little worse, they'd have found nothing but my corpse. Or whatever was left of it anyway. Either way, there's nothing in there you'd want to see.
I see some downcast faces. Why, have we all hit our limit?
Says who? I'm still raring to go.
'Cause you didn't drink that much.
In that case, let me raise another glass. To a blast of a showdown.
Hello, ma'am. Lady Nefer has ordered a fresh round of drinks. Could you deliver it to her?
But I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling.
Are they playing cards? Paimon spies some elemental dice.
Same as usual then? One die, 100,000 mora.
I'm not here to do business with you.
Come now, I've already ordered us drinks. Or are you looking to add another line to your ledger of arrears?
a business deal.
So, let's go over this again. 1 die, 100,000 mora. Then we have a deal. Come, you two. Take a seat as well.
What are we even doing here? I can give you 3 things. The features of the Wild Hunt, the exact locations where it has appeared, and the intel we've received from the Lightkeepers. The Wild Hunt is in fact a phenomenon linked to abyssal power. Fog and monsters follow in its wake, posing a lethal danger to ordinary people. On the flip side, these monsters cannot leave the fog, so the disaster cannot spread quickly.
We already know all that.
Fair enough. Then I won't beat around the bush. Here's a map of current Wild Hunt anomalies that I snagged from the Lightkeepers, including the locations they'll soon be bombarding.
That's a lot.
We've never seen anything like this either. That's why everyone's so worked up.
That's not enough. 4 dice.
Cool it, all right? I'm not done. Now, the Lightkeepers don't want you to know this, but weirdly enough, more Wild Hunt sites have disappeared than their involvement would indicate.
Isn't that normal? They're not the only ones fighting the Wild Hunt after all. Adventurers do that too, and maybe some just go poof by themselves.
I'd agree. And really, we've always had a small, stable discrepancy between reported anti-Wild Hunt ops and anomalies cleared. That variance has become a gulf lately.
What could that even mean?
I've got 2 theories. 1, that some new force is clearing the Wild Hunt out in secret. Or 2, that some Ratniki are not reporting the work they do on purpose. The odds of the former happening is low. Not many organizations can even engage the Wild Hunt. Never mind keep those operations a secret. If you're interested, I'd recommend following the latter train of thought.
Paimon doesn't really get it. What would anyone gain from doing that?
Now that's what I call interesting intel. No wonder you've been doing well for yourself lately, even if you've mostly just been reselling my intel.
Please, stop. This is all I've got for you.
Oh, stop that. Why, people might start thinking me a bully. Let me give you an opportunity instead. Out of respect for your independent intelligence gathering. An answer to a simple question for 50,000 off your debt. Have you heard of people seeing familiar faces within a Wild Hunt anomaly? Or experiencing something akin to, say, an illusion?
No, nothing like that. Nothing at all but ghostly shadows.
Nothing at all, hmm? Not even for 50,000 mora? Either you don't take your debt seriously, or you're confident you can pay it off.
Hey! No means no, all right? This is about my dignity as an intel broker. Mora doesn't factor in here at all.
Okay. Well, that puts me at ease.
You really are the same as ever.
And you've learned quite well. Go on, then. I'll swing by again. Sometime soon, perhaps.
Ugh.
So, you're his creditor?
Indeed I am. He's resold my intel quite a few times now, pocketing the difference afterwards. Rather dishonest dealing, if I may say so, as luck would have it. He would only purchase information from me when he was just about done negotiating with his buyer. So I arranged a little something just for him. A painful lesson, you might call it.
Ooh, that sounds brutal.
Oh, I was downright beneficent in charging for that betrayal. It was more about the message, really. In any case, I believe that's all we'll get here. Let's go through what we've learned outside.
These are bounties. If you want to negotiate.
Most of our intel seems quite dispersed, so let's try piecing it all together.
Well, first, no one else has seen that weird phantom, apart from our encounter on Star Sand Shoal.
Indeed. And we have that from multiple accounts, so each statement corroborates the others.
What in Teyvat could that phantom be planning?
Agreed. Instances of the wild hunt afflicting Nod-krai in general have increased in frequency, but the phenomenon itself hasn't changed much. What you encountered must have been something special, with our mastermind concealing themselves within, in order to target the moon marrow. In which case, two questions arise. Who is this mastermind? And why would they want the moon marrow? I'll continue investigating along these two lines. We can reconvene again if any progress is made.
I'm back! Luckily, the store owner kept the medicine bottle I left on the table safe for me. Here you go.
Huh. Thanks a bunch, Yehoda. Take a break. You've earned it.
Oh no, I've got work to do later. And anyway, isn't the cannon about to go off? I was watching it the whole way back, praying it wouldn't fire. Not until I got back, you know? Again, lucky me.
Huh. So you're interested in that big gun?
Of course! I mean, just think about it. Something that size is bound to be comprised of thousands, even tens of thousands of parts, fused in such a way that it can operate smoothly and fire off a supergiant, super strong beam! Isn't that just so cool? I mean, miraculous. Like a miracle created through countless careful calculations.
It has been a while since the last time it fired. Go on, feel free to go watch. Work can wait for a while.
Thanks, boss. Anyway, y'all wanna come? It'll be worth the while and worth your wait. I swear.
Might as well. Fruits of our labor and everything, you know?
Woohoo! Let's go!
Wow! What a crowd! People seem pretty excited, too. Just goes to show how big a deal this cannon is, huh?
Oh, for sure. One shot, one kill, problem solved. Simple and practical. Just the way we like it. And even if that wasn't how it worked, just listen to how it roars. If that isn't power, I don't know what is. Oh, if only I had that kind of strength.
Hey, don't think like that. Your skills and smarts have been a big help to us, too.
Really? They think that? Oh, I'll do my best the next time we work together. For sure.
Hey, look! It's starting!
Nice one!
Finally, all fixed up. Nothing to fear now.
Awesome! Felt that one in my bones.
Whew! That sure was powerful. And pretty dazzling, too. Guess that's why everyone's been counting on this thing. Surely the Wild Hunt doesn't stand a chance.
I feel so alive right now! Overtime? Ha! It's gonna be a piece of cake!
You know, Paimon's been wondering, if you're so interested in machines, why don't you go work for Aino?
That's what we call drawing a line between your work and your hobbies. I've got some mechanical talents, sure. But this job I have now, no one can do it but me. Not even Aino or her silly robots. Anyway, gotta go. See you later.
Says the person who got salt and medicine mixed up. Looks like the crowd's breaking up as well. Let's head over to Hissi Island. Best not keep Lama waiting.
Astra. Thank you for Add Astra.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. I better get me some alpacas. Once they hauled everything over to Snezhnaya.
Oh, she doesn't look so good. Dizzy. It's like I'm returning to the moon. Wait, it's not that bad, is it? I sense the moon's power within you.
We got the moon marrow back from the Fatui. Can it help you in any way?
And what do you require this time? Come on, don't even think about that. Right now, you gotta focus on getting better.
I might need your assistance in the future.
Oh, very well. Give me your hand. Back to Earth. My thanks. Your feet never left the ground. But anyway, feeling any better? Significantly. The moon within your body, it is as silent as a reflection in the water. Fascinating. I merely drew forth a ray of its light from the water. Enough to keep me tethered to the ground for now.
I think I sensed some other changes as well.
That is the moon goddess's favor. All things I come into contact with will bear this mark. It is harmless, and will fade over time. Speaking of which, do you want to be the Moon Marrow's custodian now that you've got your power back? It's supposed to be something that belongs to a god in any case, right? It is the remains of Arya, goddess of the eternal moon. So it does have to do with... Wait, what? Did you not know this already? Lama just said it was different from the other fragments, and that she could sense divine power within it. And she is correct. When I drew that ray of moonlight from the marrow, I also drew some memories from within. That is how I know that it belongs to the goddess of the eternal moon. But Lama also saw the past by using the moon marrow. Why didn't she see that? There were once 3 moons in the sky, each belonging to a goddess who ruled over it. But after the War of Funerary Flame, all 3 lay slain, and 2 of the 3 moons were shattered during the conflict. After Arya's death, her power coalesced into this moon marrow. The iridescent moon's remains have never been found. And while the Frost Moon's goddess died herself, her moon was never broken. As the prophecy stated, this moon would birth a new deity sooner or later. The entity the Frost Moon Scions call the Kutar. I can sense that my power belongs to the Frost Moon, but it lies beyond the false sky, too distant from me. Forget controlling it. Sensing it alone requires immense effort. Oh wait, let Paimon count this up. We have the Eternal Moon's marrow with us. No one can find the iridescent moons. Does that mean you have the Frost Moon's marrow inside you then? No. It can only form after the moon goddess is dead. Consider it a form of energy core. You may as well ask if there are rocks on the moon. Oh, so you're saying that you represent the Frost Moon's power, right? Yes. Now, a god with a gnosis is named an Archon. Since you bear the moon marrow, does that make you a moon goddess? You do not wish to become one? That's not really the problem here. Also, why are you so eager to pass that title on to someone else? Anyway, never mind this becoming a moon goddess stuff for now. We're asking if we should return this moon marrow to you. I do not desire it. Huh? Nor does it desire to come to me. And what does that mean? When I came into contact with its power, I sensed a kind of rejection. I can only guess that this is because I, too, am a moon goddess. 2 moons will not rise at the same time, let alone consume one another.
Guess it's stuck with me for now then.
You sure that's gonna be okay? Lama did say that you've hidden its power well, but the damselette sensed it just fine. And it's the wild hunt we're dealing with here, not some run-of-the-mill enemy. If it detects the marrow...
The wild hunt? You speak of that phenomenon as if you were describing a person.
Well, it sure looks like there's a person behind it all. Someone with a super clear goal, too. They've been after the moon marrow non-stop.
That seems to ring a bell.
Huh? Is it really?
My colleagues used to mention someone, back when I was still with the Fatui. He hailed from Conria, gaining abyssal power during the Cataclysm, and he had a consuming fixation on the moons.
Conria? Well, we don't know if the phantom we saw has anything to do with that, but the details kind of match. What was his name?
I only know what others called him. The Reheir of Solnari. Huh. There was that title too. Yes.
Wait a second. Dane mentioned him, didn't he? Does that mean that our enemy is Reheir, one of the 5?
Huh? If that was the case, surely he'd be stronger than this, though.
I have heard that he disappeared not long after the Cataclysm. But when I asked my colleagues where he went, they replied, "Do you really not know?"
Why would they say that?
The tale of his final fate has it that he fell into the moon's reflection, from which there can be no return.
Wait, hold up, pause. There's just too much information.
I felt the same. They seemed to think that I should be the one who would know everything about the moons. But as I said, my prologue lies beyond the false skies. I do not even remember my name.
Oh.
Either way, following his departure, the wild hunt situation worsened drastically, and it has since become a byword for abyssal disaster. The present phenomenon may have inherited the same title, but it far surpasses its past incarnation in both scale and lethality.
Oh, to think that we're up against one of the infamous 5 sinners. That's way too much for us to handle. That incident on Star Sand Shoal must have been luck then. Or maybe he wasn't giving it his all. And even then, he still defeated Marionette.
Oh? What did you just say? Would you mind repeating that?
That's your ex-colleague? So, we were on Star Sand Shoal together, and she was beaten by the Wild Hunt, too. Did you just laugh?
No.
She totally did. Are you two on bad terms or something?
No. I simply imagined the put-out expression she must have worn in that moment, and found it interesting.
She seemed quite shaken.
Oh, she'll adjust soon enough. She's very good at that.
Okay, anyway, we've gotten off topic. Now that we know how dangerous the guy targeting the moon marrow is, you sure you want to carry it around with you, Traveler?
If Fatui intelligence is to be believed, Reheir would prevail even if all of Nod-krai were to stand against him. Perhaps something restricts him, if only for the moment.
Before I decide,
There's a favor I'd like to ask you, Columbina.
What do you need?
Do you think you'd be able to show me what happened when my brother and I arrived in Nod-krai? I mean, when our spaceship first landed?
Sure.
That was quick.
As I said, this to me is but a single ray of moonlight. Nothing to it. Give me your hand, and ready yourself.
Where is this?
Lumine, come on, we have to leave this place!
What?
Hey, are you okay?
Our spaceship. A long, long time passed after we landed. No one left the ship during that time, but Ether found me from outside of it somehow.
Huh? How would that even be possible?
I don't know.
The secrets within memories are like cookie crumbs. Take a bite, and they go everywhere.
All right. I'll keep the moon marrow with me.
Well, if you say so. Paimon can't stop you, but
will you need my help? I could help you conceal the marrow.
You could? Oh, that'd be great.
Detecting it within you is already no easy task, but I can teach you to further conceal its presence using Kuvaki. Like this.
Ooh, looks like a shield.
Can you sense it? Now, try to maintain it. You learn quickly.
Huh. Looks pretty sturdy. Could probably be used in self-defense in a pinch, huh? Are you always here, Columbina? It's kinda dangerous out there, sure, but have you, like, taken a walk outside or something?
Dislike strangers. Slightly better.
Yeah, the Frost Moon Scions have changed since you last saw them. Who knows? You might actually like them.
I will consider it.
She seems kinda tired. Either way, thanks for agreeing to help us.
It wasn't much. The flowers here. They like guests like you.
The Revelado of Solnari. I've never heard that name before. Let's keep this news confidential for the time being. It would only cause even more panic amongst the people of Nod-krai. But if this Rarier is as you describe, he will be a truly formidable opponent if we try to take him on by our strength alone.
Yeah, things might be okay if everyone was willing to work together, but right now... Exactly! Whatever the case, let's start by telling those we can get to join up about the crisis. As it happens, we have our own reasons to protect Nod-krai, but even if we didn't, we'd never leave people in the lurch. That ain't our style.
Thank you. The Frost Moon Scions will stand with you to prevent this crisis as best we can. In addition, I believe that the relationships between the various factions in this land are not cast in stone. The winds of change are blowing, and we Scions have nowhere to run. Our faith, our sect, all of it is here. Whether our foe is the Fatui or this Revelado, we must stand our ground and remain true to ourselves, even to the last.
Let's see... Speaking of allies, the Krumkake craft shop is the closest by, right? And F is sure to help us.
Come, children. It's time to offer up your prayers to the gods.
Friendly approach detected. We meet again.
Listen! Listen! We've got updates on the wild hunt situation!
Threat level exceeds expectations.
Phew, doesn't matter if he's the Guerreiro Solnari or Solari or whatever. One volley from my cannon, and he'll be blown to smithereens! You were there when we fired it, right? If that isn't the kind of firepower that helps you sleep at night, I don't know what is!
True, but the cannon only works against shambling monsters, right? What if Rarier's super fast?
Well, we'll just get an effort to go grab him and tie him down.
You're not taking this seriously at all, are you?
Anyways, firepower is not a concern. See those canisters over there? That's all concentrated Kuvaki, which we'll be shipping to Nashia Town. More than enough ammo in there to blast that Fatui research facility to bits in a single shot.
You sure have been looking forward to this battle, huh?
Of course! This is gonna be the shot that shocks the world! All of Nod-krai, heck, all of Snezhnaya will know my name once we're through. Sure. Travel set.
I know. There remains intel left unshared.
Oh, right. Yeah. Since you're investigating the Wild Hunt, something pretty weird's happened in Nasha Town. Should probably watch out for that. Remember that Sosi guy? The Ratnik in charge of firing the cannon? He's been found dead in their organization's offices.
Wait, what? Didn't we just see him, like, half a day ago?
Yeah, it's still new news. So not many people are in the know. We were only informed because we'd worked together closely. And even then, only... I'll send a Nefa over to Nasha Town with some flowers later.
Oh, he seemed like a good guy. Didn't put on any airs despite being a superior officer either.
The data concurs. This gentleman appears to have been one of the most accomplished amongst the Lightkeeper's sergeant majors. His character has also received commendation. Most would have lacked the motivation to fatally attack him.
Oh, that makes it even worse.
Hey! What do you mean, actually? Either way, I'm not clued in on the details. Only Ratniki have been allowed on site to investigate the scene. You'll have to find some way in if you want to check it out for yourselves.
Got it. Let's go then. You coming along, Anefa?
My tasks are incomplete. The last few batches of ammunition must be randomly inspected. You go ahead.
All right. We'll see you.
Bring it!
This must be it. Oh, doesn't look like there's any chance of us getting in with that Ratnik guarding the door, though. Should we go speak to the guard first?
Might as well try squeezing blood from a stone.
Ah! Never! When did you—
I came over to take a look as soon as I received the news just now. Aino told you about this then? Before we start, shall we see if we've made the same guess? Indeed. Quicker than we thought as well. Keep your eyes peeled for any clues once we get in. No need to jump to conclusions.
But how are we supposed to get in at all?
Just follow me.
I'm sorry, but we're not open to guests right now.
Sorry about that. They're here to investigate.
All of them?
The paperwork checks out.
All right then.
Paimon might have said this before, Nefer, but you sure do come prepared.
Shishich, my old friend. Fill us in, if you would.
Greetings. If you would allow me. The murder happened not long ago. The Sergeant Major was killed by a single piercing strike from a polearm. We have performed a preliminary sweep of the crime scene to facilitate investigation. No obvious signs of a violent struggle. No damaged doors or windows. The culprit must have used some other means to enter the room unopposed before performing the deed.
Entering unopposed? So, do you think there's a chance that the culprit would usually have right of entry?
At the moment, the most valuable lead we have is based on an eyewitness report from a nearby resident. Specifically, that Flins was seen entering and leaving this place in the time period when the crime most likely occurred.
Flins?
We have tried to contact him, but he has not replied.
Very odd indeed.
So, he's the prime suspect right now, right?
To be honest, I'm not particularly inclined to believe that this was an inside job. Flint's can come across a bit eccentric, but he does well in missions on the whole. He also had no disagreements with the Sergeant Major that we know of. So he lacks the motive to commit such a terrible crime. But neither the eyewitness report nor the nature of the fatal wound itself are in his favor. So we are looking for him at present.
Looks like there's not much else to dig up here. Let's go outside and discuss what we've seen. So, the evidence points to Flins, and he just so happens to have disappeared without a trace. A sticky situation indeed. We know that this Flins could have been Rerir in disguise, but we lack the evidence to prove this to anyone else. Furthermore, Flins has left us with many questions, all of which will require a reasonable explanation.
Yeah! He said he would report back to headquarters, but it seems he hasn't gone at all. What could he be doing?
Let's approach the issue this way. First, we must determine our culprit. Was it Flins or Rerir in disguise?
Yeah! What reason would Flins have to murder Sosie anyway?
None, as far as I know. And even if he had a motive, it would have been easier to do so out in the wild, rather than in Nasha Town.
Yeah, they would have often gone out on missions together. Plenty of chances there.
Yes, but there's one thing worth noting here. Remember the intel we got back at the tavern? No one has ever seen a phantom that can take the form of other humans within the Wild Hunt. This means that he has been hesitant to abuse this ability, or allow it to become common knowledge. Likely so that he could—
But no matter what, borrowing identities comes with risks, right? What if you bump into the person you're imitating along the way?
Precisely. In other words, his goal must have been worth the risk. Similar to how he came in disguise to obtain the moon marrow. He likely knew then that the real Flins would not appear and get in his way during this time. We'd have to ask Flins ourselves, I'm afraid. But we shouldn't jump to any conclusions here. We can't discount the possibility that he might actually be the murderer himself. Not yet, at least. And there are other, less likely scenarios. For instance, Rarier may have already killed Flins long ago, and been living as him for some time now. Yes, that is our ticket to a breakthrough.
Then we've got to find him before the Lightkeepers do, or we might never see him again.
Steady now. Our friends should be back soon.
We've tracked him down to a beach north of Nasha Town. The Wild Hunt is present too, so we're putting a force together. I'll have you know that this is top secret information I'm leaking here.
Don't worry, you'll receive a top-class reward in return. The beach is all yours. I'll stay and slow the Lightkeepers down. Things might go south if you bump into one another.
Oh, right! Before we go, should we reveal Rarier's secret? Since he's trying to keep it all hush-hush, why don't we just pull the curtains on his little trick? That'll teach him to sneak around pretending to be other people. Hey! Why are you laughing?
Oh, I was just imagining how satisfying that would feel. But I'm afraid this revelation would only stir up more chaos. Setting aside the matter of evidence, some may trust Flint's on our account, whereas others would suspect him on account of his behavior. Tossing him into a swirling tumult of public opinion like that might just give Rarier more opportunities to capitalize on. And think about it. Once people learn that he can masquerade as those they trust, would they continue to welcome friends into their homes with such open hearts? Unease grips the hearts of those in Nasha Town already. We should avoid throwing more fuel onto the fire.
Yeah, you're right. You've really thought of everything, huh? Nothing for it, then. We've just gotta find Flint's.
Indeed. But just in case, let me stress once more. We should neither be excessively afraid of Rarier, nor trust in Flint's too lightly. This light source is of special Lightkeeper design. It provides illumination within Wild Hunt anomalies, and can briefly dispel the abyssal fog within.
Oh, right. We'll have to deal with that mess, too. Yeah, this'll be important. Thanks a bunch, Nefer.
You're welcome. I've charged it to your account, by the way.
Hey, you! Is that a lightkeeper's lantern? Is there someone up ahead? Come on, let's go see! Monsters!
Silence!
This monster was lurking near the lamp. That must have been a planned ambush. We're not falling for... There's something inside it. Huh? Why isn't it giving off light anymore? Is it broken? A fight took place here. Did Flins leave these marks?
Is someone there? Please, help me!
Isn't that Flins' voice? Did you hear that? But is that really him? Ah! We'll be in trouble if these spooky shadows touch us! Quick, use the lantern!
o perezoso. Sí, lo éramos. Llamadme Saccesi por ambos calum. Inni observi una cosininso. Besendi che stuen.
Hand it over. That was mine from the first.
Tutto mine torai desmerte.
You're a fool. You again.
What the? It's stronger than before. Lantern, now!
It escaped again. This situation speaks for itself, I presume.
So, you were tangling with Rara out here all by yourself.
So, that vile phantom hiding inside the Wild Hunt has a name of his own.
Yeah, you don't look so good.
Sorry you had to see me like this. All the same, you have my sincere thanks for your aid. To think you had the power to so easily cleanse the filth staining the lantern, which tormented me so. Might I ask what magic that was? Or whose pupil you are? I believe I might have saved some face had I mastered just a fraction of such abilities. And an enviable constitution it is. A pity that such abilities cannot be acquired.
Why did abyssal power just burst out of your lantern anyway?
That is a long story. Many moons ago, when on Wild Hunt clearance duty, I shattered one of its cores only for a special crystalline object to fall out. I sensed a power surging within it that was at once familiar yet strangely illusory. I freely confess to being an avid collector of ancient gems, coins, and other curios. And curiosity it was that had me store this crystal inside my lantern. Afterwards, I wound up collecting a few more such crystals quite by accident, and discovered that they could merge into a single piece without my prompting. Though my understanding ends there. It was only recently that they began slowly emitting abyssal energy, which could neither be dispelled nor weakened.
Is that what Rarer claimed belonged to him? That must be what he's after then!
I concur. And here's the kicker. Before he was exceedingly weak. In fact, I've already beaten him several times, though I could not destroy him completely. But I noticed while engaging him that the crystal fragment would restrict my powers. As such, it occurred to me that I should hide it rather than tangle with him any longer. Alas, he has proved most fixated upon this fragment. And for some reason, his strength has grown by leaps and bounds since I last encountered him. And where, might I ask, would it be safe? Or do you think it wiser I threw it away? Were our places switched, would you discard it, knowing that its perilous might was beyond your ability to counteract, yet capable of causing greater harm should it lie beyond your grasp?
Yeah, throwing it away would mean giving the bad guy what he wants. But exposing yourself to its corrosion and growing weaker by the day, that sounds super dangerous too.
Only those who shoulder risks are qualified to welcome in the turning of the tide. Those who flee when troubles come are nothing more than deserters. Though I shan't deny that I have your fortuitous arrival and most outstanding assistance to thank for my continued ability to speak such platitudes. Either way, it seems this fragment is now utterly still. That must have made it useless to Rerir. I doubt he would have retreated so readily otherwise. I imagine this wasn't the only reason you came looking for me, though?
Well, no, but...
Ah. I see. To use the Lightkeepers to find me, I suspect. I did not inform anyone of my true whereabouts, so he should have had more difficulty tracking me down. They alone have the ability to quickly pinpoint my position. Our Sergeant Major has a Kuvaki-powered device that can be used to detect others who bear a lantern. They usually don't pay my whereabouts much mind unless they absolutely must find me.
You mean this thing?
Yes. Where did you pick this up?
We found it inside a lantern when we first charged into the Wild Hunt anomaly.
It must belong to a Ratnik dispatched to investigate the area, who, it seems, dropped everything and fled the moment they saw the Wild Hunt massing to strike. Well...
Guess it's not surprising how they found you so fast, then. But if Rerir could have shapeshifted into Sosi, why didn't he just use that Kuvaki device to find you himself?
Were he to use it, that device would likely fail to act as it should. owing to abyssal interference.
Guess that explains it.
So not only is this Rarir ruthless, but a purveyor of dirty tricks, too. You might not be familiar with Sergeant Major Sosi, but he put his heart and soul into every mission. Our deployments are subject to orders from headquarters, and his orders were to be stationed long-term in Nasha Town. As such, he was very seldom able to go back and visit his family. He worked so hard, seeking to produce excellent results that might convince them to transfer him out.
Oh.
But every year they would say, "Wait a little longer. Wait a little longer." He often wondered if it was because he was lacking somehow. In truth, everyone had nothing but the highest praise for him. But good work does not always lead to good outcomes. The higher-ups would think, he's doing great where he is. Let him stay there forever. A most convenient choice for them, at least. Whereas his subordinates would think, wouldn't it be a shame if we were to lose such a talented, easygoing boss? So he waited. And he waited. Until the world closed its eyes in the depths of the night, and a lantern was slowly lit for him alone, that no one could see. One that has played out many times throughout history. Another reason to take this Rarir's head.
Oh. At least we now know that he's looking for these fragments inside Wild Hunt anomalies.
And yet, what did the Sergeant Major have to do with any of this? Why did he have to die?
Could Rarer be angry that the cannon Sosi set up to fire destroyed the fragments he wanted to collect?
Could you take me to the scene of the crime? We shall just have to exercise some discretion then. Come on. Let up. I understand the situation more or less. Much has happened, I see. Either way, I suppose we were lucky not to receive a warm welcome on the way over here. It seems my fellow Lightkeepers do not wish to make this case public just yet.
Yeah. Guess Nasha Town's already been enough of a mess lately.
Let's stop here. Any further and the Ratniki might detect us. Since you two can enter, I'll have to request that you kindly pick me up once you're inside.
Oh? And how are we supposed to do that?
You'll know when the time comes. See you later.
Still acting all mysterious. But he seemed pretty confident, so guess we've got to trust him. Hello?
Ah, you're the special assistants for this investigation, right?
Yep, that's us.
Well, you're just in time. We're basically done investigating the crime scene. All that's left is to finish writing up some records. Then properly dispose of Sergeant Major Sosi's remains. If there's anything else you'd like to look into, this is your last chance to do so. Sadly, no. The motive behind the killing remains a mystery. And while we somehow managed to get news of Flint's, an unexpected accident caused us to miss him. But considering that Nefer from the Curatorium of Secrets came forward to help investigate, I have no doubt that a breakthrough's not far off.
We'll do our part too. Phew, we're in. Thanks to Nefer's reputation, once again. But we still know nothing about how Flins is gonna enter, or how we'll pick him up. Never mind how we'll leave later on. Something the matter? Huh. That looks like Flint's lantern. But where is he exactly? Well, we've got the lantern. What now? Oh, Paimon almost screamed out loud. You never said you could do magic like that.
This lantern may have a rather peculiar shape, but so long as it doesn't glow, it won't stand out in the dark. I calculated that you would have already entered, so I chose a spot visible from the window before using light to send you a signal. As I thought, you're both sharp-eyed and on the ball.
The perks of being veteran adventurers, huh?
Your composure is more impressive still. You're right. That required a little trick of my own. But let us leave such trivial topics for a more relaxed moment. Our time is limited after all. Just as I thought. Come, try sensing it yourself. Identical powers must flow from the same source. It was the wild hunt, then, that took my form and killed the Sergeant Major.
To sow chaos by depriving the Lightkeepers of one of their commanders?
If the wild hunt's true form is powerful enough to stand against the world as you claim, I fear not even the full force of Lightkeepers could stand against him, let alone the handful of us stationed in Nashua Town. He would have no reason whatsoever to pick quarrels with individual ants. Let's look again more closely. We must leave no stone unturned. Well, that makes things simpler. In that case, allow me to disturb the fallen. May the ghost flame guide your spirit. When we fought, he seemed like quite a reckless foe. Certainly not the meticulous mastermind type. Yet here we are, grappling with this enigma he has left us.
Oh, if we can't get any leads, we might have to go back and find Nefer. Oh, the longer we're stuck here, the likelier he is to achieve his goal. Ugh, this is so frustrating! You mean this?
I'm not well versed in machinery, but that means his mechanical arm is malfunctioning, right? It might have...
No, that's not right. Paimon remembers this signal. We saw it before while repairing the cannon. It doesn't mean that the components are damaged. It just means that they're due for regular maintenance, so the device has stopped operating. But the real problem is that... Yeah! He even helped us find the maintenance port! It could still be a coincidence, but considering it hasn't been long at all since we were repairing that cannon.
The Sosi you met could have been Rerir in disguise. In other words, he played the Sergeant Major before disguising himself as me.
That's right! If only there were some way to prove it!
You mean Hintsa?
We had a short chat with him once at the tavern, but it's so late. Guess it'll have to wait till tomorrow.
I know where he lives. The situation is critical, so let us now take up the role of uninvited guests ourselves. Ah, yes. And remember to pick me up by the window.
Oh, it's you two. And Flins. Given the hour, I guess it must be an emergency.
It is indeed. Our sincerest apologies for interrupting your rest. We are investigating a certain matter in connection with Sergeant Major Sosi. We'd like to know if he has sent you a request for maintenance to be performed on his mechanical arm.
Sosi. Oh, so the rumors I heard, are they true? You know what? Forget it. I'm sure it's complicated. No further questions from me. Just a moment. I need to check my records.
Thank you for your...
Got it. 8 days ago, he came to request a round of regular maintenance. But as it happened, I had run out of the required components. His mechanical arm is especially sophisticated, having been designed by Aino personally. The parts, too, could only be made by her. As such, they usually take several days to arrive. In fact, this time, he even asked me if we could push his request forward. And I understood, completely. Not being able to use your hand, that's rough for anyone. But even more so if your job involves fighting out in the wild. So I did my best to convince Aino to rush the job. And eventually, the parts arrived. 3 days ago, if I remember correctly. I sent word to the Lightkeepers immediately, but he never showed up. I assumed he was just out on some mission or other. What's with those faces? Everything all right?
You've provided us with some very crucial information. We can't make everything public yet. But once our investigation is complete, I will return to thank you and provide an explanation on behalf of all the Lightkeepers.
No worries. Just glad I could help.
Thanks.
Good night. Hope the investigation goes well.
It seems that it is as we guessed. The Sergeant Major Sosi you encountered while repairing the cannon was actually Rerir in disguise. 8 days ago, he had yet to act, but at some point after that, he attacked and imprisoned the Sergeant Major. With the immense gap in strength between them, the job was finished in a single blow. And thus Rerir had no opportunity to discover the malfunctioning mechanical arm. Perhaps his mastery of shapeshifting extends only to outward form, and not therefore to complex internal mechanisms. Hence his oversight of the uniquely mechanical traits of the Sergeant Major's arm, and in turn, this flaw in his disguise.
You're saying he thought no one would realize his mechanical arm is actually made of some kind of black muck on the inside, so long as it worked, right? Still seems like there's a lot of guesswork involved here, but it mostly makes sense.
This also has me stumped for the moment. The cannon has always been used to destroy the wild hunt, and it works as intended. But how would that help Rerir exactly? Assuming he plans to collect the fragments within wild hunt anomalies, firing the cannon works against him, since it would blast those fragments to smithereens.
So we solved one mystery, only to dig up another. Whew. This is getting Paimon kind of down. And sleepy, too.
Yes, I'd say it is high time we took a break. Seems like there's a lot left to, and we'll have to fight Rerir eventually. And we'll do a poor job if we're not well rested.
Yeah, we should totally get some sleep first.
A reasonable suggestion. I have no doubt that my quarters have been turned inside out by now, at any rate. My colleagues have never failed to live up to my expectations of their discourtesy.
Well, guess we'll just have to pick you up as usual.
That would be good, yes. Feel free to put the room costs on my tab.
Phew, back inside. We can finally take a breather. Okay, Paimon. In and out.
I suppose we could all take a moment to unwind. As I recall, our first meeting took place not far from here. Ah, the nostalgia. Had you already sensed the unique power within my lantern at that time? I see. Words truly do fail to capture your superlative insight. Fortunate then that abyssal energy was only leaking from the fragment in minuscule amounts when we first met. Or I might have been in for a real interrogation.
Yeah, hard to see how that would have played out. We've had a whole bunch of unpleasant run-ins with the Abyss.
You mean to ask why I'm going this far to oppose him? Well, as a light keeper, I'd say I'm simply doing my job.
Yeah! You're covered in more mysteries than Paimon could shake a skewer at! You can't just get out of explaining yourself.
All right. I suppose I do owe you some honesty, whether out of gratitude or the need to build trust. Your deductions have been quite correct. Should one wish to conceal oneself within a lantern, elemental power alone is not enough. You know humans well, and naturally you understand their limits. But some things that humans would consider difficult are quite normal in the eyes of non-humans.
So, you mean you're one of the latter?
Have you heard of how Snezhnaya was once the realm of the Fae? This race is no longer of any importance, but they still exist, as evidenced by the fact that I am standing before you.
We've heard some scattered legends, but that's all Paimon thought there was to it.
I once turned my heart toward humanity, and thus did I experience loss. I once labored and did much, and put an end to my tale with my own hands. When you realize you are floating in the middle of a vast ocean, you cannot help but feel that swimming in any direction would be equally meaningless. Would it not be better, then, to simply sink? But before I could sink to truly lightless depths, chance had it that I should be awakened by a band of Ratniki. They were facing a horde of abyssal monsters, and could not last against such a disparity in strength. Yet none fled. Those who dwell in darkness for long enough become exceedingly sensitive to all light. And the first light I saw upon awakening was that which shone from their eyes.
Is that why you chose to help them?
Perhaps I was moved by their valor. I see. Words truly do fail to capture your superlative insight. Fortunate then that abyssal energy was only leaking from the fragment in minuscule amounts when we first met. Or I might have been in for a real interrogation.
Yeah. Hard to say how that would have played.